Welcome in everyone to Bengals Stadium, where tonight the ladies face off in Lacrosse. The Centennial Cougars come to the home field of the Bengals in this 7 o'clock matchup. Bengals coming into this one 4-3 in the conference, 4-4 overall, whereas Centennial, slightly better record. Currently 5-1 in the conference, 6-1 overall. Making the ladies work for it to get this game underway. Cougars supporting the flamin' red jerseys out there, and the Bengals are in white. Taking a look at the starters here for Blaine. Number 1, Megan Beebe. 2, Emily Pitch. 3, Brielle Fussy. 4, Peyton Parent. 10, Kendra Ensminger. 11, Maddie Anderly. 12, Grace Botch. 15, Emma Wald. 20, Lana Alfson. 30, Anna Wally. 36, Paige Von Zomeren. 43, Grace Estaudu. Saw that first attack by the Cougars, bringing it up the field. But that's Anna Wiley in net here for the Bengals. Taking her time here, making that good decision. Doesn't want to give this one away. Getting talked to here. Here the goaltender violation being issued. Back in play, the Cougars. Looking to pass this one. Referee having to stop. Ladies in the track, making sure. Keeping them honest in the early moments. This is Sydney Chance Farley. Bringing it towards the net. Scrum there on the far side of the net, but the Cougars continue with possession as they look to work this one around. Cougars only losing to Maple Grove. That was just on Monday. Talking with Coach Gary Nelson of the Cougars before the game, and he was saying that these ladies, they've had to play some close back-to-back type games, but even more so, a lot of players are playing a half of JV as well, and so they just played here moments ago before the start of this game. So definitely they got their warm-up in, that is for sure. Probably an understatement. Some of them maybe have some pretty tired legs, but the Bengals into the attack. Looking to go 1v1, trying to get around. Again, wanting her teammates to move and create some openings. Get to see our first goal of the evening. And that comes from Brielle Fussy, number 3 for the Bengals. And no surprise there, Brielle Fussy being the hockey player also for the Bengals. Just great vision when she comes out onto the field for lacrosse with that hockey background. Fortunately for the Bengals, she is a senior this year, so they'll be missing her experience as they go forward in the years to come. But back to center field we go. See if the Cougars will go on a run here or if the Bengals are gonna tie this one back up. Cougars back in possession. Gonna work this one up the field, but back in the hands of the Bengals. Coming up center field. Gonna make its way to the far side. Good job switching the field, making the defense have to work and guard. Scrum in front of the net there, recovered by the Cougars. Gonna bring this one up here on the near side, passing this one up. Good defense there by the Bengals, but Cougars get possession back. Coming up the alley, but V-lining it there towards the center of the field. And a goal here for the Cougars.
Number 15, Ella O'Hearn.
Cougars able to tie this game up at ones. This game back knotted up. It's anybody's game. Cougars. Scooping this one back up, finding her teammate. Out wide, knocked away. And yet again.
Goal number 15, Ella O'Hearn.
O'Hearn finds the back of the net here for the Cougars. It's gonna take some work here for the Bengals defense to shut down what has started here for the Cougars in the attack. Now up a goal. Over to the far side, Bengals bringing it up the alley. With patience. Have her team move for her. Finding that darting runner. Kind of lulling the defense to sleep here as they're awaiting what this attack will bring here by the Bengals as they try to tie it back up. Looking to swing it, but gave it away. The Cougars have it. running up the far side, able to find each other. But troubles trying to scoop it up here was O'Hearn. She gathers it back up, gets it up to her teammate. She's taken on the goal. That's Callie Cody. Callie Cody had some great success here in prior years. Sophomore now, so even more experience under her belt at this varsity stage. Cougars in front of net. Bengals come out of that one unscathed. But quite a lovely afternoon, evening for ladies lacrosse. 65 was the temperature now. I believe it got up as high as 70 degrees today. Couldn't ask for better weather for some spring sports. Centennial able to strike again. Finding the back of the net is Callie Cody.
Callie Cody.
Centennial doing a great job working that one around, but then Callie Cody finding the back of the net, surging towards the goaltender there, making it happen. So the Cougars go on a little bit of a run here, sitting up now 3-1 over the Bengals. Bengals did strike first in this game. The Cougars have answered and continued to find the back of the net here in the last few minutes. Bengals gonna have to answer here soon, not let this one get too far out of reach. Bengals on the attack, able to scoop it up. Saw this work for the Bengals before when Brielle Fussy was able to find the back of the net. See some speed as they get back out in front. Cougars with some strong defense looking to get it back. The Bengals able to recover and get possession back quickly for the Cougars. Tip that one. Referee making a call there. Referee's gonna call that one back. Puts it back into play. Cougars off to the races here up the center of the field. Back and forth, Bengals had it. Cougars did for a second But now back with the Bengals. These ladies are working hard out there. You can tell they're eager, trying to make sure, like I said, Bengals trying to get a couple goals back, but Cougars looking to add to their lead here as they come up the field with some force. Making it all the way inside. Shot fired just over the net. Bengals tightly defended as the Cougars steal it and get it back. O'Hearn had it stripped away earlier, but Cougars working it around behind the net for those darting runners. See that crisscross front of the net. Defense is doing a good job staying with them currently. Referee has to pull out the yellow card. Almost thought long shot was gonna happen. We haven't seen a whole lot of that because we've had some close range. But Callie Cody was denied there in front of net. Looks like she was gonna be able to whip it through. Another shot there by the Cougars. Goes wide. Bengals able to recover. Continuing up here on the near side, gonna go towards the center of the field. Shot fired, didn't make it quite towards the goaltender. Made it a little easier there on Peyton Brenzy for the Cougars. Peyton Brenzy, just a freshman for the Cougars, so finding some time early on in her career. And none of these ladies able to play in the 2020 season due to the pandemic, so they've had some time off. All these games that they've been able to play, I'm sure grateful to be back on the field. Tightly defended, 3 Cougars on her there. It's Grace Botch trying to get through. I always love seeing athletes taking on that swarm of players from another team, especially when they're able to make it through, because obviously you know what that takes to deke that many players. Cougars defense wins the battle. We're back up through the middle of the field. Cougars on the run. This is Callie Cody. Passes this one up to O'Hearn. O'Hearn over the net. Cougars have had quite a few opportunities towards net, but sent a few of them over the top. Interested to see what happens if they're able to change some of those, get them on net. Definitely give Anna Wiley run for her money, see if she's able to make some great saves. What Coach Osbeck was telling me before the game. Coach Osbeck was saying that their goaltender has really helped them out throughout the season so far. Callie Cody was defended quite well there by the Bengals, not allowing her to get anything on net. Even with that close range, she was able to make up on the field. Trying to push it towards the center, but scooped up by the Bengals. Wiley sends this one towards center field, almost in the middle, but the Cougars get it back. O'Hearn is gonna take it all the way, just about. This one sailed over the top of the net yet again. Again, we're seeing those opportunities. The Cougars are getting them. Now if they can get them on net, this game could look quite different on the scoreboard if that starts to happen. O'Hearn, 29 points on the season coming into this game. Continuing to swing this one around. Cougars, Callie Cody just about has the angle on net, but she fires wide. Trying to make a play there for the Cougars. And they're able to find the back of the net.
15, Ella Hearn.
Hello, O'Hearn again strikes for the Cougars. She is having quite a night. Like I said, coming into this game, O'Hearn already had 22 goals on the season, 7 assists, totaling 29 points. Averaging a little over 4 points a game. Bengals up the center of the field. That was Peyton Parent for the Bengals. Dishing this one off. You can hear teammates asking her to settle it down. Want to make good use of this opportunity that they have here in the attack. Bengals cutting, but the referee's gonna hold them up. opportunity here for the Bengals. Try to get some of these goals back, sitting down by 3. The opportunity comes, but ball sails past the net here. Bengals still with it. Can you see them being patient, working around, trying to have these cutters? Trying to dodge these Cougars who are playing some strong defense. Bengals able to find the back of the net yet again. Kendra Ensminger able to find the back of the net, the senior. Now just sitting down by 2. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left in the half. The Bengals cutting down the deficit. If you're the Bengals wanting to get a few more here before halftime. Still have the time to do it. But we saw that time of possession there for the Bengals. Definitely used up a lot of clock before striking and scoring this last goal. Have the Cougars with it here after that. Callie Cody bringing this one on net. Dishing it to her teammate, the low one, it happens for O'Hearn.
Number 15, Ella O'Hearn.
O'Hearn, the scoring force for the Cougars. 5th goal of the evening. And that was what I was talking about earlier. I knew if the Cougars were able to find that low shot that they were going to start seeing them trickle in here, because even more so because they had been sailing a few of these goals over the net, those opportunities close in. But now striking down low, I'm sure caught Wiley off guard, since they haven't sent too many of those, if any, I believe, in this game. Bring this one down. Brielle Fussy. Trying to center this one up, able to get possession and keep it here. The Bengals continue to swing, but again, the Bengals' last offensive possession, they took their time, made sure that they found the shot that they wanted, and it worked out for them. They were able to execute. Gonna need to do that again. Now sitting back down by 3. Brielle Fussy gonna go on to the next stage, playing hockey. So again, the lacrosse in the spring, I'm sure continuing even to help as she continues with hockey. These two sports, close relatives. Again, the Bengals setting up. Fussy with it on the far side. Fussy got it back. She centered it. Coming towards net. Bengals. Looks like they're able to get the call. Grace Botch. Opportunity again, down by 3. Bengals need to use this opportunity to their advantage. Botch sends it towards net. But the Cougars able to come out of that. Cougars off to the races. We've seen them really looking good in their transition game. Long run was by Olivia Walshin. But Wiley able to take that one out of the air and make sure her team just continues to stay down by the margin they're at right now. As we get closer to halftime, 1 minute, 45 seconds remain. Fussy with it on the far side. Bengals looking to set up something again, not much time. Good movement here by the Bengals. Time ticking down, 38 seconds remaining. Curious how aware they are of the clock. We will see in the moments to come. 25. Bengals on the move. Fussy towards net. Does she find it? She does. Brielle Fussy able to get this one done. Just 13 seconds left on the clock. But Fussy cutting down the deficit. Now just 2 down. Cougars leading this one 5-3. But what has been working here for the Bengals, they've taken their time, they've found those openings, they haven't rushed their shots. So if they continue to do this, working with the clock, they're taking those precious seconds off the clock from the Cougars, not allowing them to have as many opportunities as they might have, because we see the quickness in that transition game for the Cougars. But if the Bengals keep possession for a good amount of that clock, Bengals might be able to cut into this one and tie it up. Cougars trying to go low yet again. They knew they didn't have much time, so we saw them get the shot fired in time, but we will head to halftime. Cougars 5, Bengals 3.
Cougars 5.
Join us here for the second half in just a little while, but we will recap that and more when we come back. And we are back for the second half. The Cougars sitting up 5-3 here as the clock starts to tick back down for the end of the game now. Bengals will possibly be using the strategy that we saw them do late in this second half. We saw them use a lot of the clock, finding some good opportunities for some shots at the end of those possessions that led to goals. Bengals were able to strike first in that first half. We'll see if they're able to do so here in the second. But the Cougars went on to score the next 4. Then the Bengals were able to find the back of the net again, making it 4-2. Cougars scored. And the Bengals finished off the first half, making that 5-3, Cougars on top. That was O'Hearn trying to find the back of the net again. She has not lost that skip in her step, as she has put in quite a few goals here for the Cougars tonight. She had those 22 goals before this one even happened, but she finds the back of the net yet again, as we're talking about her, O'Hearn. Exciting to see how well she is doing. Just a sophomore again, has had some good varsity experience before this year, playing as a youngster. Her and Callie Cody, very fun to watch both of them play. So much talent at their young age, but so much room to grow as well with the years that they still have left to play. Contact there. Easy call there for the ref. Cougars back on it, dashing up the field. Able to throw this one. Callie Cody knocked away. O'Hearn has it. Giving it back to Cody. Pass this one off. They continue to switch around. Cody with it. Straight on, gives it to O'Hearn. Cougars are doing a good job keeping the defense guessing, finding each other. They definitely weren't rushing it. Got a shot off there. Wiley making the save there for the Bengals. But the Cougars remain in the attack. Shot fired. Goes past the net. But that is the type of game we're used to seeing. The Cougars are coming, firing multiple angles. These ladies scoring. A lot of different players getting on the board. Callie Cody had 22 before coming into this game. O'Hearn had 22 before coming to this game. Nyla Haney had 22 before coming into this game. And that was who you just saw take that shot. So Nyla Haney wanting to find the back of the net. She hasn't, I believe, yet today. So as she tries to have a more typical game for her, we'll probably see her taking some more shots in the minutes ahead. Nyla Haney gonna have that opportunity here now, possibly. And she does. Nyla Haney getting on the board. I knew it was coming at some point. Nyla Haney Cougars now up 7-3. But again, when you have a scorer like Haney, already having 22 goals on the season, coming into today's game, hadn't scored yet, we're in the second half. You have to expect it when you're looking at least the stats on paper. It only makes sense. Fussy. Working her way the far side of the field. Bringing it down the alley. Will this be a possession like we saw late in that first half? Good opportunities came of it. A couple of goals were scored. And the Bengals able to find the back of the net. Ensminger finding the back of the net yet again here today. Had one in the first half, finds another here in the second. Making our score 7-4. Cougars still leading the way, up by 3. Kendra's second. $19:29 remain in the game. Fussy back with it. Slashing to the center. Teammates almost fighting for it there. Good idea there as the Bengals try to attack here from the near side. Some good goaltending. Again, that young goalkeeper for the Cougar is able to make a big play, Peyton Brenzy. This is O'Hearn. Having a fair share of goals already today, possibly a lot of time for her to still strike some more. Haney bringing this one up. Gives it up. See the movement by the Cougars. Bengals having to hone it in on defense. Definitely not what they wanted to do. Being down by 3 goals. Now Cougars set up here. But the Bengals able to come out of it. Vulnerable position. They didn't want to have to go down by 4, and they stay just down by 3, still within a decent, manageable distance here to get back in it. (16:34). Bengals patient. That was Peyton Parent trying to make something happen there for the Bengals. But you just see the speed and transition of the Cougars. Definitely all about the transition game. Callie Cody bringing this one up. Cougars do a good job bringing this one up with pace, but then making those tough decisions to make sure that they aren't forcing something, they aren't rushing. Gonna see these calls happening, of course, when teams trying to get back in the game. Gonna have to play that line and see what's gonna be called. Haney finding the back of the net there for the Cougars, darting through. Oh, excuse me, they're crediting that to Ella O'Hearn. Talking this one over. Referees called this one back. Giving this one to the Bengals. Good break there for the Bengals, definitely needed here as we get down in minutes 14:49. It's exactly what you need if you're the Bengals. Some of those breaks to start going your way. O'Hearn denied. Haney putting up the battle, falling to her knees, but Cougars keep possession. Teammates there to help her out. Couldn't have asked for a better day though. Sitting here in the press box with the window open. Sun splashing onto the field. Still here late. Wiley sending this one up. Cougars slashing, bringing this one to have another opportunity, but sails over the top of the net. That's something too. If you're a team in lacrosse, obviously goals can come quickly if they start to roll. So sitting down 3 could change within a short amount of time. But when you're the Cougars, sometimes when you get up by a few goals, it's easy to start to slow down. And I haven't seen that by the Cougars. They're still on the attack, wanting to make sure they add some more goals if they're able to here in these later minutes as we get into this last part of the second half. Peyton trying to find the back of the net. This one sails to the left. Cougars there. Get this one back in play. Continuing up the field, Cougars. Olivia Walshin finding a way to make it happen, darting around a few of these Bengals. Haney able to get the ball back for the Cougars. Some good teamwork. Cougars trying to find each other in front of the net. Referee gives it to the Bengals. Fussy. Shot fired there by O'Hearn. She has not given up on scoring the most goals she can here tonight. Haney tries to send it low. Wiley able to maintain composure there and grab this one out of the air. Bengals in possession, in the attack. Bringing this one all the way to the net. It's a goal. Pouch. Fun to see the Bengals finding their way, the junior. Grace Bouch making this just a 2-goal game. Bengals down. Cougars leading it 7-5. But again, they have not given up. 9 minutes, 33 seconds on the clock. And the Bengals have scored the last 2. Center of the field, we're bringing it up. O'Hearn gives it back to Walshin. Walshin sends it to the center to Cody. It's a goal! Cody finding the back of the net again. Cougars able to answer the last couple Bengal goals. We'll see what they have in store, if it's just the one or if they're going to go on a run. We saw the Cougars in the first half go on a run after they scored, and they had then 4 in a row. This makes it 8-5. Still quite a bit of time on the clock for the Bengals to work for a comeback. Back in play, scooped up. Haney sends this to Walshin. A low shot here. Sabrina Francis finding the back of the net for Centennial. I said earlier in the broadcast, Centennial has quite a few players that can step up and make some goals happen. This time, Sabrina Francis. A senior for the Cougars, putting them up 9-5. Cougars continue on the attack. Walshin, great job deking out her defender, gives it over to O'Hearn. Cody sends this one back up top. Haney able to scoop it up. Francis wanting another one. She was able to get one just moments ago. Working her way around. Haney trying to make a good turn and feed that one through. The Bengals defending strong here in these late minutes. Under 8 minutes to go in the game. Bengals back with it, over to Parent. Parent sends this one to the middle of the field, trying to find Grace Botch, which was the goal scorer here just moments ago. Parent bringing this one. Fussy getting defended there by Francis. Fussy. Francis sends it over to Walshin. Walshin. Excuse me, that is not Walshin. Sabrina Burlette. Callie Cody trying to center this one up. Cougars going to work in front of the net. But Wiley being the goaltender that the Bengals needed, scooping this one up. Cougars bringing this one back in is O'Hearn. Hearn definitely brought it to the Bengals today. Making her give it up. She finds Cody. Francis almost able to recover it there for the Cougars. Referee giving it to the Bengals. Good defense there by Francis. Walshin. Looking to defend Olfson there. Darting for the Bengals. Parent goes to the ground there, but a good effort. She definitely knows the clock is ticking down, trying to get some of these goals back. They sit down 9-5, 3 minutes, 22 seconds remain. So definitely need some urgency here as we tick down for the final 3 minutes. Able to have a timeout. Coaches able to talk to their athletes. With the Bengals sitting down by 4, they definitely haven't used as much offensive possession to tick down this clock as they did in those later minutes in the first half. Cougars have had a decent amount of possession in the second half, adding to a couple of these goals here in the last few minutes. Cougars striked the first 2 in this second half. Bengals answered with the next 2, and now the Cougars have had the final 2 in this second half. But as we look ahead for both of these teams, still have a few games left in regular season. Blaine is going to take on Centennial Grace on Friday at home, and they'll go on to play a couple of road games. Monday, they'll take on Maple Grove, who gave Centennial their only loss this season. Wednesday, they'll take on Spring Lake Park at Spring Lake Park. So, like I said, those couple away games and wrapping up the season at home versus Champlain Park. And we take a look at Centennial. After today's game, they'll play Friday versus Champlain Park at home. They have a string of home games, playing Spring Lake Park Monday and Wednesday versus Centennial Grace. They'll go with their final road game versus Rogers on Monday the 24th, and finishing it up at home versus Coon Rapids. Again, the Cougars only with that 1 loss, and if the score rings true and remains with the Cougar lead at the final of this one, they will still have just that 1 loss on their record. Players taking the field again for the final 3 minutes and 17 seconds. Francis here on the near side, up the alley. O'Hearn taking it behind the net. Great move towards goal, but Wiley able to make the save she needed to there. Haney gets possession back, and O'Hearn finds the ball over the net. Wiley finding Fussy. Fussy, long pass up the field. Cougars come away with it. Olivia Walshin spinning through the middle. She's still on her way, dashing up the field. Definitely has a motor on her. She's been able to make some great plays, and the Cougars find yet another one here from Sabrina Francis. She was the last Cougar to score and gets another one before the end of it. 1:58 remains. (10-5) now, the Cougars lead it. Haney guarded by 3 ladies. Again, Blaine getting the break. 1:40 left on the clock, but the Cougars get it back. Haney coming up the middle. Sends it high over the net. Now sitting up by 5, hasn't stopped the Cougars, still on the attack. And they find the back of the net again here. This is Ella O'Hearn. Ella O'Hearn scoring yet again. We saw her run away with it there in the first half, having quite a few, scoring 1 in the second half before now getting her second with just over a minute left in play. Cougars back with it. Remain in possession here. Referees still making the calls. Just 44 seconds remain. "35 seconds. The Bengals trying to get a goal before the time expires. Currently down by 6, looking to make it 5. Fussy going to work. Shot fired. Gonna give her an opportunity to make it happen. Referees making a good call there. That contact. Fussy whips a shot in there, going wide to the left, bouncing. And that does it here from Bengals Stadium.
That'll be all, folks. Thanks for coming out.
The Cougars win it 11-5 over the Bengals. But we appreciate you guys being with us throughout this game, getting to see a lot of action from both the Cougars and the Bengals in this one. But on behalf of my camera crew upstairs, Emma, and myself, Blythe Whaley, this has been a North Metro TV production. Thanks for being with us, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your night on this lovely Wednesday afternoon.